Hello everybody and welcome to Spash and Bro Power Hour, the hour of power with Spash
And Bro,
where we're committed to putting a smile on your face.
no matter how bad it hurts.
Thank you, Spash, and we have plenty going on in the news world today.
Starting off with local news with Dude Bro at the news desk.
Thank you, Spash. And today in North Carolina, we have some very odd local news, I must say. We have parents, and don't get me wrong, I'm not making this up, in a Chuck E. Cheese's.
Okay.
Four of them are being arrested for having a fight in the middle of Chuck E. Cheese's.
Whoa. Say that again?
I'm kidding not. Parents, well, the house is Brawl at North Carolina Chuck E. Cheese with four being arrested.
So, that in and of itself is just a perfect story.
It is.
But I gotta wonder
why?
Why?
I gotta think, man. It's gotta be a logical, reasonable explanation. It has to be.
Well,
somewhere. Your thoughts?
You say logical and reasonable,
but that's not what we're about at all, is it?
No. So I have a theory.
Okay. Lay it on me, Spash Man.
So, it obviously has something to do with pizza, because it's Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, they have good pizza?
They do have good pizza. I like the pizza.
Yes.
I'm thinking there's a chemical
in
the pizza called Brawlium X.
Brawlium
X. And it specifically affects parents and makes them brawl with each other.
That sounds so ridiculous, it just might work.
I know. Furthermore, the children, they are probably manipulating their parents.
Very true. The little gutter snipes.
Exactly.
Little gutter snipes.
What's one thing you can do when parents aren't looking? Get tickets. Yes.
Get tickets.
Exactly.
All the tickets for all the prizes.
There's only one way to get all the prizes. That's to get all the tickets. And what better way to do that than distract everyone by making the parents brawl?
With manipulative means, obviously.
Exactly.
The little evil geniuses.
We aren't dealing with ordinary children here.
Geniuses of evil!
Or it was like some kid took some tokens or something.
But they don't use tokens anymore.
What?
They don't
use tokens anymore.
No,
that's like their thing.
No, look, hear me out. This is actually pretty cool. Okay, I took my two little cousins to Chuck E. Cheese's, and they use cards now. Like
cards?
Yeah, a card.
Like a debit card?
Yeah.
With tokens?
Yeah, but...
Does it work with tickets too?
No, just the cards.
So you still get the physical ticket?
Yeah.
You still can obtain the physical satisfaction of holding tickets as they're being spit out of the machine.
Yes, and you can put them through the little thing and count your tickets as well. The ticket muncher.
Yeah, that's the best part.
But the thing with the card is that you can either load how many points on the card, or you can actually load minutes.
Okay.
So when I went, I loaded minutes, and me and my cousin Levi played with it for an hour, and we got to play as many games as we wanted, unlimited.
For an hour?
Yes, and the cool thing about it is you can actually freeze your minutes. You can go to the little main machine there where you scan your card to get more minutes or to get more points, and you can freeze it, and then you can unfreeze it when you're ready to go. So you don't have to play it all the way through at one time, which is really nice. And it's nice that you have to lug around a bunch of tokens, jiggling around in your pocket.
Making your hands smell all metallic-y.
Metallic-y?
Yeah, that's the worst smell that fingers can have.
It's not the worst smell in the world.
Well, it's right up there.
Yeah, but it's not the worst.
It's up there with vinegar for me.
Yeah, that's true. Vinegar is pretty smelly.
Anyways, what's next on the news desk?
Well, that would be, you, sir. Yeah, your turn. Tech news. Yeah, tech news.
Tech news?
Yeah, tech news.
Already?
You're the fanatical whiz of this group.
Oh, I am?
Yes.
Wow, this is a small group.
Yeah, it's a very small group. Technically, only two of us.
Okay, well, let's jump right into it. This comes from ABC News by Neil Shaw, and it's titled, South Africa uses new tech to fight vicious gun violence.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I'm just going to go ahead and read the first part of the article.
Okay.
Then we can see what we think about it.
All right. Sounds good, buddy.
He begins by creating a nice setting for us. As gunshots ring out in one of South Africa's most dangerous neighborhoods, a new technology...
Very nice setting.
Thank you. A new technology detects the gun's location and immediately alerts the police. South Africa is the first country outside of the United States to implement the Shot Spotter audio technology, which is also being used to fight wildlife poaching on the other end of the country in Kruger National Park. So, there's plenty more to read here, but I'm going to go ahead and stop and analyze. I think we have what we need to know.
They're using mechanical bats. That has to be what it be. It has to be.
So you're thinking like echolocation.
Yeah, echolocation. Think about it. It's in Cape Town, which is notorious for their bats. So basically, they have little mechanical bat people flying around and just scanning the sonar waves, and then finding the gunshots, and then they're gonna swoop down and attack.
That's a good theory.
Yeah,
I agree with the echolocation. But bats are small.
that is.
You're
true.
gonna need something big,
Big?
like a whale, not just any whale, a narwhal.
A narwhal, the unicorn of the sea.
The unicorn of the sea, the narwhal. They are using a narbot.
A narbot.
A narbot with echolocative capabilities to locate gun violence in Cape Town.
In Cape Town, man.
So, it's not only utterly horrifying to look upon this beast of mechanical nature, but it can find you.
And when it finds you,
It's over.
it will gore you with its unicorn horn.
Probably.
Yeah,
I mean, if I was a narbot and that was my job, I'd take it seriously enough to do that.
yeah, absolutely. Like, you think about it, like they could put like a drill right there and just like just go to town, like just drill like under the
man.
water, and they can sneak up under them in the earth, and they just pop out like, "Hello,
Like
I'm here."
Like a jungle shark
Yeah, a jungle shark
with a horn.
with a horn. Yeah.
So I think we've analyzed this and found out what exactly they're using to do this. Now it also says they're the first country outside of the United States to do it,
Makes sense.
which brings up the question, where's the American narbot?
Maybe it's just a different version. It's not a narbot. Maybe it's a. I'm thinking like a
Where
giant
would you put-
condor. I'm thinking like
Condor?
Yeah, a condor bot.
Conbot.
A conbot.
A bot door.
A bot door. Yeah, a bot door.
A bot door.
Yeah,
Okay, so
and it's got like
it also has echolocative capabilities?
yeah, because alright, it doesn't have to have echolocation per se, but it could use the same technology as like a bat. But think about it, it's a condor. It's the biggest wings like in the bird kingdom. So just imagine that a giant bird swooping down and snatching you up. Just like that guy in that video talking about snatching your peoples up, snatching people up with guns, and then taking them away to prison. That'd be terrifying. Have just like,
Well, I gotta say, if I witnessed that, I would stop my gun violence.
definitely.
I would stop contributing to the problem.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you have just randomly, just snatching
he's
you
gone.
up, and he's just gone forever.
It's gone. You never see him again unless it gets you too.
Yeah, and then it gets you, and it's
which
always
case-
looking at you, and just looking into its mechanical eyes, looking at you, looking into your soul. It's like
Ever vigilant over the cities and towns, the highways and byways. The conbot
the conbot.
always watches.
The conbot
It's
always
like
wants
Big
us.
Brother, but it's actually helpful.
Yeah, it's like a big it's only a giant mechanical bird that will take you to jail, and then you'll probably be in jail for the rest of your life. Which
It'll
is kind
probably
of sad
read
to
you.
think about.
Since it's American, it'll probably read you your rights on the way to jail, though.
Yeah, and it's got to be painted like in American flag motif colors.
I like it. So you guys heard it here first.
Here first.
There's a narbot in South Africa, in Cape Town,
yes,
with echolocative capabilities,
yes.
and there's a bot door flying over you right now,
Looking
waiting.
at you, waiting for
watching.
you to make a mistake, and it's just gonna swoop down and just snatch you up in the night, take you away.
In fact, you've probably heard us say that. It's probably on its way to here right now.
Yeah, exactly. We know too much, Alex.
We're on to it.
We know too much. We know way too much.
But there is something we don't know too much about, and that's gaming news.
Segway!
So, the moment many of us Nintendo fans have been waiting for finally came September 14th. Yes, I'm talking about Isabelle in Smash. But that's not it. That's not all. Nintendo took it one step further. They announced Animal Crossing for the Switch 2019. I cannot express how excited I am for this.
Can you tell he's very, very excited? Like he's been blowing up my phone, talking about, God, look at this!
It's true. I typed that whole thing out. It was amazing.
Indeed.
I've never had the urge to scream at a phone before, but I had the urge just then when I saw that.
Yeah.
I was quite happy. I'm sure many others were too.
I know he's been waiting on this for a long time. I'm personally not a huge Animal Crosser myself, but he is.
I am.
He is.
I've been with it since the beginning. So that's it. That's it for gaming news. In other news, we're going to turn to the weather desk. Hurricane Florence is currently making its way south from North Carolina, where it made landfall, I believe, last night.
Yeah.
So we hope that if you're in the path of the hurricane like we are, that you're prepared, you're safe. If you're not, get somewhere safe. Get some water, get some food, get with your family, get some board games.
Generators are always nice.
They are. Just prepare to weather the storm. Our prayers and thoughts are with everyone involved.
Lots of property damage so far from what I can tell. And mostly, I know this sounds kind of bad for me to say because this is a really serious thing. I really feel bad for South Carolina because last week they had a throttling during their football game, and then now they're going to be throttled by a hurricane, like the proverbial John Wilkes Booth.
Oh my goodness. Good luck, everyone. Stay safe, please. But so you're not alone in this, dude, bro. I want to be as bad as you.
Really?
I'm gonna make
I've
fun
crooked
of
you finally. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, you haven't.
Yes. You've been out 2 months.
Boy. So, I think the problem with hurricanes and evacuations being so slow is we give hurricanes very cute names.
Really?
Florence. Are you intimidated by someone named Florence? I'm not.
I feel like some really buff, humongous guy with a handlebar mustache. Yeah, I
Well,
definitely
I'd have
would
to
be.
look at him first. If I hear about the guy named Florence coming, I'm not automatically afraid. No. I'm thinking we need to get rid of the old hurricane naming system, whatever that is,
Yeah.
and replace it with my own, called the Spash weather system.
The Spash.
We will give hurricanes terrifying names, like Megatron and DEFCON 4.
DEFCON 4.
DEFCON 4, and my personal favorite, Murder Storm 5000. Now, I'm more likely to run away from Murder Storm 5000 than I am from Florence.
You know, Spash, it's amazing how much sense you make sometimes.
I know.
It's amazing.
People need to listen to me more often.
Exactly.
So that's my take on hurricane name.
Weather crew, get on it.
Get on it. Now.
Spash, we had to talk about this. We don't bang desk anymore.
I'm sorry, I get passionate.
Remember, we got through out of that hotel in Bangladesh because of that.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, if you go to Bangladesh, don't bang on a desk.
Yeah, apparently disrespectful, quote unquote.
It's illegal.
It's illegal, yeah,
It's
apparently.
just illegal.
It's weird. Why are we in Bangladesh anyway?
Some reason. We'll come up with it later.
Oh, alright.
And now on to sports news with Dude Bro at the sports desk.
Thank you very much, Spash. And today we have a massive matchup of two powerhouses in the SEC West. We have number 11 LSU traveling to number 7 Auburn. I tell you what, Spash, this is going to be a really great matchup. Two really good teams. LSU, people weren't really high on LSU, rightfully so. The past couple of years, they haven't really done too much in the college football landscape. They came out, first game, played Miami, and they showed out and throttled them. And they have showed up in everybody's radar. With Auburn. Auburn was, they had their first game against Washington, played a good game. So both of these teams have a really good chance to win, although I'm a little skeptical of LSU's quarterback situation. They had that transfer from Ohio State. He's been a very good game manager as far as not making mistakes throwing the ball and making good decisions. But he's at about 45% passing percentage, which is not good.
Ooh, that's not good.
It's not good. Which LSU's made up for that with a running back. I was very skeptical because before the season on their roster, none of their running backs had scored a college football touchdown.
None?
None of them.
Oh.
And they came out and shut out against Miami week 1. So I was very impressed. With Auburn, you had Stidham. It's going to be an NFL quarterback. Very good in the pocket, makes good decisions, accurate thrower, and has a really nice deep ball. His issue, though, is if you get pressure on him, he tends to break down and gets nervous, doesn't make good decisions, throws a lot of interceptions when you put pressure on him. So it's really going to be a matchup of Auburn's relatively young, not really proven offensive line versus LSU's really good defensive line. So we'll see what the matchup goes for. And I'm going with Auburn in this one. What about you, Spash?
I gotta go with Auburn.
Alright, so you have our official pick here on Spash and Bro. We pick Auburn to go over number 11 LSU. And now on to some crazy news story of the day with Spash. Spash?
Thanks, dude, bro. Today's wacky news story of the day is, well, it's certainly wacky. It comes from France, where a French town is swarmed by thousands of moths.
Of course it would be France.
This... Sure. This town has just been invaded by hundreds of thousands of the creepy crawly critters known as moths. Now, I'm just reading the title because that's all I need to know. That's all I need to speculate. You give me a picture, I will give you a war. So let's speculate, shall we?
Indeed.
So, I have a theory right off the bat. Here, across the United States, we have a cryptid creature or an urban legend called Mothman. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, Mothman, yeah.
So for those who hasn't heard of Mothman, there's a gigantic half-moth, half-man hybrid apparently hiding in the woods of the country. And
Terrifying.
yeah, he just appears in photos. Only in photos.
Slenderman?
Kinda like Slenderman, but far less deadly. I think he's just a giant moth. So,
creepy,
anyways, my theory is that Mothman found Moth Lady, and they had a moth egg.
Ooh.
And they went to France on their honeymoon after they got married. And that's where they laid the egg, in this town in France. And it hatched, and hundreds of thousands of moths erupted and began their descent on the poor townspeople below. What do you think?
Well, as great as your explanation is, I can't help but find myself horrified, disgusted, but yet a little bit intrigued at your explanation.
I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it?
It does. However, I counter your point with my
counter
own
theory,
point.
you say?
Counter theory.
Oh my.
This is set in France, right?
Yeah,
France.
that's what it says.
Exactly. So, I have a feeling this is done by excommunicated exorcists from the Catholic Church.
What? Excommunicated exorcists?
Yes.
Why specifically exorcists?
Well, because think about what exorcist's normal job is to do is to cast out demons, right?
To exorcise, yes.
So, if they're excommunicated, most of the time it's because they were involved in black arts.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that in order to summon some kind of powerful, nasty demon lord, they had all these moths come to this one particular town. They're gonna like sacrifice like a goat or something.
They're gonna sacrifice Mothman.
They're gonna sacrifice Mothman, yes, and they're gonna use these moths to summon a moth demon to terrorize the townsfolk.
Mothra.
Mothra.
Oh no. We gotta warn them. Oh,
Airstrike.
wait, it's too late. It's too late. Airstrike. Airstrike.
It's too late. It is way too late for that. So I feel so bad for this poor little town in France because they're gonna get nuked by Mothra.
That's... wow. Guys, if you're able to, get out while you still can. Because Mothra's coming. She's been summoned.
And she
But
will nuke you.
I have one last theory.
Okay.
One last speculation.
Okay. Lay it on me.
What are two things that France has?
Stinky cheese and obnoxious men.
Okay. Stinky cheese, you're right. But the other thing they have is lights. I'm talking light bulbs. They got those things everywhere.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look at Paris. At nighttime, they have lights on in every house.
It is quite beautiful.
It is. I've seen pictures of it. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It is amazing.
So, I'm thinking a pungent combination of bright light and stinky cheese has attracted the moth armies of the world. France has made the ultimate sacrifice.
You know, there's one other thing. Moths also love clothes.
And what do they wear in France? They wear
Clothes. Only the finest clothes.
They have lights in their houses, and they wear clothes. That's it.
That's it. That's all we need to know.
Pretty much all you need for moths.
It is, and they just congregate in this mass flood, like kind of like in the Old Testament, the Egyptians with the locusts, only with moths.
It's the locust plague with moths.
It's terrible.
So France,
all of your clothes gone.
France, I don't know if you're still out there, but if you can hear this transmission, run. And thanks. Thanks for doing it so we didn't have to. So, that's our wacky news story of the day. Mothman has been sacrificed in order to summon Mothra to France.
To nuke it.
Yes. Maybe not. It might just live there.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna nuke it.
Well, maybe if they give it enough cheese.
I'm pretty sure if they don't nuke it, the other countries will.
I mean, I know I would. Anyways, that's the wacky news story of the day. And now, to wrap up our news segment, we're going to bring you a history fact of the day. And this one comes from far in the past. I'm talking 2000 BC, a little bit further back maybe, I'm not quite sure. So, the fact goes, woolly mammoths were living while the Great Pyramids of Giza were being built. That brings up a couple of possibilities that I think are pretty interesting.
Okay.
First of all, woolly mammoths could have been used to build the pyramids. Think about it.
Well, how would they survive in the desert?
Obviously, they would bring ice with them.
But wouldn't the ice melt?
No.
But that's... literally...
No, dude, it's Egyptian ice.
Egyptian ice?
Yeah,
I didn't know
Egyptian.
you could get ice in Egypt.
Yeah, they have ice machines. They always have. That's why the first pyramids were built. They're just giant ice machines.
I thought aliens built that.
No, they used alien technology to enslave the woolly mammoths. The aliens didn't do it. They just lent
that makes a
them
lot
the
more
tools.
sense.
Yeah, they lent them the tools for it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our history fact of the day. Woolly mammoths built the pyramids of Giza.
Moving on from our news segment, we have our main topic of the day, which is 5 movies that would be drastically improved as a musical.
5 movies that would be drastically improved as a musical. We both chose 5, so let's just jump right in. Colby, what is your first pick?
This particular movie needs it because of how terrible the movie was to begin with.
Alright.
Batman vs. Superman
Batman vs. Superman.
as a musical. Think about it. Especially that one scene where Batman finds out Superman's mom is named Martha, just like his mom. Just think about it. Martha, 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 Martha.
And then they embrace in total brotherhood and spin into the air singing, Martha was my mother. But they're like they can't carry tunes in a bucket.
It's Batman. They get Batman like, Martha was my mother.
Superman's just like, shut up. Okay.
Shut up, Bruce.
How do you know my name?
I know everything. I'm Superman.
Whoa. Alright, so my first pick is The Mummy. The first Mummy, specifically. I know you're already skeptical. Why would we mess up a great classic like The Mummy? Well, to answer your question, it wouldn't be messing it up, because The Mummy would be drastically improved. If The Mummy is chasing the gal, and he's trying to sing. He's trying to sing, but he doesn't have a tongue yet. But then backup mummies arrive, and they're a New Orleans jazz band, and they just start playing. Ba-dun-dun, ba-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. He's gonna get her. He's gonna get her. He's gonna make her queen of his life, or something like that. I don't know if that was New Orleans or not.
Sounds normal to me.
Alright, well, just think about it. And he's trying to sing, but he can't, because he doesn't have a tongue yet. So he's more like, but it's terrifying, so it would be both hysterical. It would fit with the movie's comedy, I think.
Yeah, because then you have like a whole chase scene kind of like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, you could have Scooby-Doo chase scene where everyone's just running through different crypt entrances and exits and tombs and stuff, and every time they go through there's a mummy in a different spot running in a different direction, and then they eventually meet up in the middle and run into each other, and then they're scared so they run away from each other. And I'm rambling, aren't I?
Yes, you're rambling. It'd be, at the very end, you gotta have Brendan Fraser punch the mummy in the face, and that's the end of the movie.
That's the end of the movie.
That's the end of the movie.
Alright, we've written a classic. We've rewritten a classic and made it even more of a classic. So it's a double classic. It's a classic classic.
It's a double whammy.
It's a double whammy feature. Classic classic. Anyways, what's your next pick?
I gotta go with my World War II flick, Inglorious Bastards.
You know, you don't even have to explain this one to me. I already agree.
Yeah, think about it. As great as the movie was, I think that one scene with they capture the officer and his little grunt, and they have the guy with the baseball bat come out of the cave. Just have it like as a kick line as he's coming out of the tunnel. Like New York style kick line, twirling his bat. It's like, I'm gonna smack you dead.
Oh my goodness. All I can think of is the 999. Yes, yes, yes. 999. Yes, yes, yes. Oh yes. Oh 9. Oh yes, yes, yes. 9.
Yeah, Hitler was an angry little man in that film.
He was an angry little man in real life.
That is true, but I guess the guy who played it did an excellent job of playing Hitler.
I mean, if you want to be remembered for that, excellent actor. Just gonna get that out of the way.
Yeah, there we go. Disclaimer: we do not condone any forms of Nazism anywhere.
Yeah. Forget those guys.
Yeah.
You need to be
Turds.
cool.
They're turds.
They are. So, moving on, and sticking with the World War II and Brad Pitt theme, Fury.
Ooh.
Do I even need to say it? He has a duet with the tank.
That'll be amazing.
You're my Sherman. You're my Sherman. And we're gonna shoot all the Nazis dead. That kind of thing. And the tank sings, but it's a tank, so it just makes engine noises.
What? How would that sound?
You know what? I'm just gonna insert some tank sound right now.
Okay, sounds good.
See, it'd be spectacular.
It would be spectacular. Or it could be like one verse could be like, I have my Sherman, but all my friends are dead.
That's the end of the movie.
Yeah, and he's just sitting there caressing his Sherman and kissing it. Or he's just caressing his tank, and he's just like, I love you, babe. And Sherman's like, making some engine noise, say like, I love you too, or something
It's
like
gonna
that.
say this. Yeah, just like that.
Okay. Moving on to our next pick, my next pick, we're gonna do Star Wars Episode 3.
I love it.
Episode 3, mostly because we're gonna have that one scene. I know I keep bringing scenes, but I think about this in mind with movies, like one particular scene, like, oh, that'd be so great if this was added to it. We're gonna go for the Anakin gets burned alive scene, obviously. That's a great scene.
That is a...
It's
okay.
wonderful.
Define great.
It's hilarious. That's why it's funny. You're my brother, Anakin, and I loved you.
Now sing it.
Let me think here. Let's keep in line. It's like I'm thinking like, you know, when
Sing what you just said.
When hold on, Spash. I'm gonna get to that. With Anakin when he was, you know, being burned alive and he had the and then I think everyone's like, that's not poor excuse for enunciation.
I love it.
But now, what was it you want me to sing, Spash?
You're my brother. That part.
You are my brother, Anakin. But I love you. And then Padme just like looked up from the cliff, like, that's still not an excuse for poor enunciation.
I gotta admit, I think being burned alive is a good excuse for poor enunciation.
He's just
If your tongue is boiling in your own mouth.
that, yeah. And plus, you know, your master cut off your hands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cut off both your hands. Like
It's
you already had one cut off, and now he has both of them.
That's an emotional experience, I'm sure.
It is.
Poor Anakin.
You know,
We know you're the real hero of the story here.
Nope.
And you don't become a villain later. That's not a spoiler.
Yeah. Sorry for anybody who's not seen Star Wars 3, but if you haven't, shame on you.
I mean, really? You haven't seen Star Wars Episode 3? Where do you live, under a rock?
Probably, like Patrick Star.
Oh. Is that why he's so dumb?
I guess, because think about it, he's
Whoa.
constantly being smushed by a rock.
That's why he's so dumb. He lives under a rock.
I guess that's an analogy for something. I never caught that.
Wow.
Watch it new every day, folks.
Well, there we go. Tell your friends that. Okay, anyways, on to my next pick. The Expendables 1 through 3.
Oh, wow.
They already have Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris in a musical. Why not? It'll obviously make it the greatest musical ever. I mean, for goodness sakes, when his heart started beating, that's how rap music was invented.
Exactly. When he hummed for the first time, life began anew. The world was filled with color. Before then, everything was black and white.
Very true.
You ever seen a photo from the 1800s? It's black and white.
Right.
You ever seen a photo from the 1920s? It's black and white. Then,
He was born,
color.
breathed life, and then color.
Color.
Everywhere.
That's it.
That's it. That's all you need to know.
Tell your teachers that at school. If they disagree,
They're wrong.
they're wrong. Okay?
And they're turds.
So,
And they're turds.
just imagine, if you will, Sylvester Stallone going ham on a fiddle in the middle of a battlefield.
I could dig that.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger comes out with a steel guitar, and he's just destroying it.
But he's like saying like random stuff like he does in all his movies.
Yeah.
Like, get in the chopper, get the cookie down, put the cookie down, lifting off and puts them down, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and he's saying it in perfect rhythm, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the Expendables 1 through 3 as musicals. Perfection. Utter perfection. What's your next pick?
I'm going with the Saw franchises. You know, the Saw movies.
What?
Yeah, think about it.
I don't want to.
Like, just think about it, alright. You know, obviously Saw is that little puppet on the little tricycle. But think about it being sung on the tune of Do You Want to Throw a Snowman?
Oh no.
It's like, do you want to play a game?
Do you want to play a game? You can cut off both your hands. Or something. Is that how it goes?
You'll get burned alive. Or cut up. Or even sawed away. Or something like that.
We used to be best buddies.
But now we're not. I wish you would tell me why. Do you want to play a game?
No, man.
No, it's do you want to play a game? Yes, it has to be this game, or else you die.
I was kind of hoping we could sing Frozen.
No, this is not. No, we're not that kind of podcast.
Damn.
We're not that kind of podcast.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
I'm not sure about the one day thing.
Okay, whatever. So, my next pick is Chicken Run.
Chicken Run?
Yeah, we're sticking with the dark and gritty theme. Chicken Run.
Okay.
Now, I can already hear you disagreeing with me.
Yes.
Because they already have a musical scene.
Exactly.
But that doesn't make it a musical.
Well, obviously, but it has a musical scene in it, so I would need more.
Because music makes everything objectively better, okay?
Okay.
That's the logic I'm using here. I expect you to agree with me because I'm right. So, I want you to picture... By the way, spoilers for Chicken Run. It's a bunch of chickens and they're trying to run.
Away.
Right?
From a concentration camp.
And then they're trying to fly from a concentration camp.
It's a spoof of World War II concentration camp. It's awful.
I think it's just a chicken farm.
Yeah, but it's done to the tune of that
It's
particular
pretty
subject.
dark.
It's really dark humor.
It's pretty dark, but
Yeah.
it's a really good movie. I highly suggest you. Anyways, spoiler alert: they don't learn to fly in the way you'd expect. They build a plane, and I want to hear a work montage to the tune of "Whistle While You Work" from Snow White.
Or Warrior. Every time I look
In the mirror,
all I see is a
mighty warrior
staring back at me. Be the warrior. Be the warrior. Yes. It's a great montage song.
That would be the end of the movie.
Okay, you know what? I'm cool with that.
While they're building the thing, they would be singing to the tune of "Whistle While You Work." Just punch that lady, jerk. I don't know.
Something like that.
No, it wouldn't be that. It would be just cluck cluck while you work, because they're chickens.
Okay.
Cluck cluck while you work, eat the seed and corn and feed, and cluck cluck while you work. Yeah!
Okay. That works.
Okay, what's your next
Okay,
pick?
next. Moving on. I'm gonna go with the Terminator franchise. To Arnold Schwarzenegger. Love him as an actor, even though he's, like, all the time. But just imagine him in a musical and all. Because it would change, because the first Terminator, he wants to kill John Connor's mother. And then the second Terminator movie, he's trying to save John Connor. So it'd be like, come with me if you want to live.
I know I tried to kill you at one point.
But it's okay, because your future self built me to come and take you back and save you.
And then John Connor would be like, why are you singing?
Because it's in my programming.
And that's how you would justify it.
Of singing everything.
I love it.
Because think about that one scene like where he has that minigun and he's shooting out the window and he's singing like la 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 shooting my minigun. Or something like that. And the police are just like they're confused and terrified.
I wasn't buying it till you did that.
Yes. La 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 shooting my minigun. And the police were just like, what's going on? This maniac is shooting out of the window with a minigun. Where did he find the minigun to start off with?
And I said, hey, yeah. See, that would be the perfect time. That would be the end of the movie, actually. That's how it fades to that, and the song continues to get louder and louder till it's blasting out of the speakers. And I said,
It'd be amazing.
So, while we're on the topic,
Movie creators, get on it.
get on it. So while we're on the topic of Arnold Schwarzenegger, my final pick is Kindergarten Cop.
Ooh, I love that movie.
That, I think, would be the best movie to be made into a musical. You got Arnold Schwarzenegger, you got lady character, you got other lady character, and you got 24 little kids. It's 24, right?
Yeah.
It's like 24 little kids.
Little girl snipes.
That's a perfect formula for a really good musical.
It is.
You know? You got the little principal lady who's really cool.
Yeah.
She could have a solo.
Yeah, like a whole, like her character development, you know?
Yeah.
Like her finally coming to terms with, actually liking the Kindergarten Cop, you know?
Yeah, she's like, I was skeptical at first, but he's really proven himself to be a kindergarten teacher. Something like that.
Full of worth.
Full of worth.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It has to rhyme.
With your lucky stars to guide you all the way.
It'd be great.
Something along those lines.
And obviously, Arnold Schwarzenegger in some kind of musical singing is always good for business. Always.
I mean, Arnie. Can I call you Arnie?
Yes,
Thanks.
Arnie.
Thanks. If you hear this, please make a video of you singing something. Anything. I just want to hear it. I admire you. I'd like to hear what you sing like.
Yeah, because we're just making speculations going like,
Please.
You know.
Please. We love you. We're fans. We're big fans.
We're big fans of you, man.
Well, so, before we finish the podcast, I'd like to have a word from our sponsor of the day. Hi, I'm Skeletor. You may know me from my repeated invasions on the Kingdom of Eternia. Well, I'm here to talk to you today about a new kind of invasion. An invasion of democracy in the feudalistic system. I'm running for president of Eternia. I want to be your leader, your go-to Skeletor guy. The one who you can count on to say nya in the morning and nya at night. Don't you want to be a part of the dream? Vote Skeletor this fall.
This ad paid for by Skeletor for President.
I'm Skeletor, and I nya this message. And we're back. Thanks, Skeletor. I'm voting for him this fall.
I sure am. This sounds like a wonderful guy.
He really does.
A guy you can trust.
A guy that
you can yeah with.
You can really nya with this guy.
Indeed.
So, do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us with our picks? What do you think? What 5 movies do you think would be improved as musicals? Do you write songs? Write a song for one of these musicals. We might sing them one day. Who knows? I don't know much.
I don't know much either.
We're just having a good time.
Yeah, just two bros having a good time.
We wanted to thank you for tuning in today. Thanks for giving us a chance. I hope you'll be back for our next episode. And if you have any ideas for topics you'd like us to talk about, anything you want to hear about, please let us know. Again, thank you, and we want to leave you with one final thing.
And now, to end the show today, we're going to be reading an excerpt from George Washington's Rules of Civility and Decent Behavior in Company and Conversation, narrated by Spash.
Rule number 1. Every action done in company ought to be with some sign of respect to those that are present.
Or, in real time, pretend to care.
Just at least pretend to care.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.